Hi guys, good afternoon. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in Force of Habit. Lately I've been doing a lot of nocturnal videos, so to speak. Force of Habit. In today's video, I wanted to share my thoughts with you in regards to a couple of newsworthy items in the world of film and television. And, it's been kind of a hectic week for me, and I meant to do a video about this sooner, but things have calmed down a bit, so now I can finally share my thoughts with you guys regarding a few topics that are on everybody's mind. It's an upcoming film for next summer, and I'm really looking forward to it, and because it's going to be a legit, authentic, real film, not some crappy made-for-TV sci-fi channel movie BS. It was called Meg, but Warner Brothers has recently retitled it to The Meg, which I don't really understand. I don't know if it really adds a whole lot of zest to it. But anyway, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the upcoming film, it stars Jason Statham, Cliff Curtis, the guy who was previously on Fear the Walking Dead, Rainn Wilson, Ruby Rose, and it's about people who encounter a 70-foot prehistoric shark, the Megalodon, once thought to be extinct. Sounds like a fun giant monster flick. It was originally called Meg, but now they have retitled it to The Meg, and it's still due out in theaters next summer, August 10th, 2018. So it's just, what I'm saying is, it's nice to finally have an update from Warner Brothers regarding this film, because for a while we haven't heard anything, and I'm sure as we'll get closer to the film's release date, we'll probably get a trailer, a synopsis, a teaser trailer, maybe a couple of trailers, but still, August of 2018 seems very, very far away. But it's just nice, to have an update on the film, let us know that it's still happening and it's still in post-production and on track to be released for next summer. I'm personally looking forward to it. I'm a big fan of giant monster films, as I'm sure you guys can tell, or you already know that. But, I guess just changing it from Meg to The Meg seems to me to be a little less personal, because it felt a lot more personified when it was just called Meg, like short for Megan, or in this case, Megalodon. But they called it The Meg. I mean, I personally don't understand it, but you know what? Part of me also doesn't really care if it's called Meg or The Meg, because I'm still going to see it, and I'm sure I'm still going to like it, so there's that. Moving on to bigger news items, Ron Howard recently revealed through a video through Twitter that the Han Solo spin-off film has finally wrapped production and has officially revealed the title to be Solo, a Star Wars story. Okay, that was kind of my reaction to it. I was like, okay. I know it's not as enthusiastic as some of you may not have had to it. Like, whoa, or oh, because that was kind of my reaction was, oh, okay. I mean, I don't hate it. I don't love it either, but, let's not forget, Rogue One had an exciting title to it. Solo, I mean, I guess it's better than Han Solo, a spin-off story or something like that. I don't know. I don't hate it. I don't really love it either, but I'm sure the movie itself will be much more fun and exciting than its actual given title. So, let's just bear with Disney and Lucasfilm and trust they know what they're doing. I mean, I know this movie's gone through some trouble the past couple months of seeing the directors let go due to creative differences, Phil Miller and Chris Lord, and Ron Howard taking over. He's a fine filmmaker. I'm sure he's done a fine job. And I'm sure the movie's still going to be fun. I mean, I know we were all nervous about Rogue One, but Rogue One was so damn good and just overall fantastic. And I think that personally gave me a lot of hope and confidence as to what with Disney and Lucasfilm in regards to what they're doing with these spin-offs. So I've got high hopes and confidence in Solo, a Star Wars story, which hits theaters next summer, May 25th of 2018. It's going to feature Alden Ehrenreich. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name. And, oh God, it's going to kill me. I'm losing my mind. Donald Glover as a young Lando Calrissian, and of course everybody's favorite Khaleesi from Game of Thrones, Emilia Clarke, as a yet unnamed character in a yet unnamed role, and Paul Bettany as well in an unspecified role as well. And also Woody Harrelson, I believe. But anyway, I'm just glad we finally have a title. I figured they were going to reveal a title to us sooner rather than later, with The Last Jedi less than 2 months away at this point. I figured, we're either going to get a title reveal or an official teaser trailer, a very short, brief teaser trailer or something like that, which we may very well could still get at this point. But at least we finally have a title. We don't have to keep calling it the Han Solo spinoff or the Young Han Solo movie. At least we can call it Solo, a Star Wars story. Like I said, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it either. So at least we have a title. At least I can officially mark it on my calendar for films to see next year. As I'm sure most of you have done already as well. Moving on in other TV and movie news. This is now more shifting to TV. Before I go on, of course, I may or may not reference spoilers from the most recent season of Fear the Walking Dead, Season 3, which ended last week. It had its season finale, and it was a doozy. So I may or may not be mentioning plot points from that season. If you're not caught up, watch this video with extreme caution, so you have been warned. They recently announced not too long ago at New York Comic-Con, from the creator and executive producer of the comic and the show itself, The Walking Dead, Robert Kirkman himself has officially declared that a Fear the Walking Dead / The Walking Dead crossover is coming. It is officially happening, and we are very, very excited about it. At least this guy is. So that is very, very exciting. We have no official details as of yet. All Kirkman said is that one character from one show will cross over onto another show. So, of course, this has immediately fueled fan theories and wild speculation as to how this could occur. Personally, I am a fan of the theory that next season, as it was implied in the Season 3 finale, they kept referencing Houston, or how our new characters are planning to go down to Houston. And of course, this could coincide with our characters meeting Abraham Ford before he meets Eugene and Rosita, and before they begin their trek to DC, and of course, well before they meet Rick and the gang later in Georgia. So I'm personally a very big fan of this, and I hope this is the one that turns out to be true. I also had a theory that they may encounter, and this is going way back to Season 1 of The Walking Dead, I was thinking they might encounter the Morales family all the way back from Season 1, because the last we saw of them, and we still haven't seen them since Season 1, the last we saw of them, they split off from the group after the camp was attacked by walkers, and Amy lost her life. Morales and his family revealed that they were heading towards Birmingham, Alabama, which is where I think Madison said she was from, unless I'm mistaken. I think she's from Birmingham herself, so maybe at some point Madison will lead her family, or whoever's left, spoilers, back to Birmingham, and maybe that's who they'll encounter. They'll encounter the Morales family after they leave the main Atlanta group. So who knows? It's difficult to say, but still, it's extremely exciting and promising. A concept to look forward to is that this crossover will indeed happen. And I'm very, very grateful that Fear the Walking Dead has kept my interest long enough to keep me watching all the way through its most current season. And now, of course, with this big crossover happening, we'll most likely see that next year in Season 4. Another exciting development is that it's a little fuzzy right now, but I don't think he's officially the new showrunner. I think he's going to be one of the new producers, or perhaps unofficial overseer. But Scott M. Gimple is coming on board as one of the new bosses for Fear the Walking Dead, either as a producer or as the unofficial showrunner. I'm not entirely certain, but the point is he will be coming in starting next year on Season 4 of Fear the Walking Dead, which is when we'll most likely see the crossover occur. He will be stepping in as one of the big bosses, and I could not be happier about that, because as you guys may or may not know, My personal favorite season of The Walking Dead has been season 4, which was the prison flu storyline, the governor attacking the prison, killing Herschel, killing the governor, and then our characters all having their own separate journeys as they all regroup at Terminus with this really awesome season finale with Rick biting Joe in the throat. I know I skipped over a bunch of shit, but season 4 is when my point is, season 4 of The Walking Dead is when Scott M. Gimple took over as the big boss, as the showrunner. And in my opinion, at least, the show has just been phenomenal ever since. You know, I really, really applaud and practically bow down to this guy's leadership in the decisions that are made, the stories that they tell under his direction, under his supervision. I absolutely love all of it. And I know a lot of people were bored with season 7, and I'll admit it wasn't the most exciting or pleasant season, but I do believe it was necessary to keep the story moving and going forward, because Gimple and Kirkman himself have both admitted that the show needs to slow down occasionally in order to build up to an awesome payoff. And if you just look at the history of the show, I firmly and honestly believe that. So with Gimple taking over on Fear the Walking Dead season 4, starting with season 4, which is when the crossover will most likely happen, that alone is very exciting and extremely hopeful and promising. So if the crossover occurs under his direction, yay. That's all I have to say. Yay, 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 yay. So that's it, guys. That's what's been going on lately in the world of film and television. I'm sure I might have forgotten a few things, but what are your thoughts or opinions on any of the topics that I covered? From the retitling of Meg to The Meg, to the official title reveal for Solo, a Star Wars story, and your thoughts on the Fear the Walking Dead and the Walking Dead crossover. Leave your opinions, your thoughts, and your comments down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear from everybody. You guys have been doing a phenomenal job lately with that. I encourage it. Please continue to engage with me and leave your thoughts and opinions down below. Have a great rest of the weekend, and if I don't see you, actually, you will be seeing me tomorrow night. Stay tuned after the season 8 premiere of The Walking Dead, which will mark the show's 100th episode. You can be sure to expect a video review and reaction from yours truly. All right, guys. If I don't see you again for any reason, have a great rest of the weekend. Have fun. Stay safe. And don't forget to catch The Walking Dead Season 8 premiere, which premieres tomorrow night on AMC. Don't miss it. Of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.